just lying here on the floor. Cold towels, my feet against the door. How long have I been in this space? Arms over eyes, help me retrace. How did I become the doormat here? Memories spinning around my head seem pretty cavalier. Little by little you take control. It's a little uncivil how your game's in motion. And I don't even notice that I'm playing your game. Till you leave me alone thinking I'm the one to blame.
Alrighty. We are continuing Beacon Pines. So let's get into it. We have to go to a treehouse. Hook the walkie-talkie up to a treehouse. I remember where we are from the last time. Hopefully this goes well. I enjoyed playing the other day, so it should be good today as well. I just need to kind of remember the story. I can't remember all the things that we did though. That's going to be something. I'll have to remember that when we go back to it. About doing the word stuff.
Group of footsteps approaching.
Oh, footsteps. I wasn't expecting that.
Dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
Okay. It's all the old people. So, we all understand our roles. You can count on me. I still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan.
Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We are all in danger now? Why are they in danger? Everyone refused to sit idly by while that danger persists. Refuse? Hiram, you just want to keep your wits about you.
Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
Okay. You're right, you can count on me. I just wish we could have made that deal with Eris Valentine. Her resources would have still came in handy. As I said, I had no time to contact her after calling you after your call this morning. Plans change. How is Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all... I know very well what all of this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we in agreement?
He shared a determined look.
Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Uh-huh. Gran? Why are you meeting with Mr. Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night? Oh god, that scared the hell out of me. Hey, Luca! Yeah! Dawn, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Earlier today I saw Miss Tolliver and your Grant enter the diner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool of an investigative reporter. Your ears? Time. When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Wherever it is, they seemed organised and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your Gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. Call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified. Or both. Luca, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Aren't you coming out? No, I'm gonna stay out here for a bit longer. See you, Luca. Okay.
For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary.
Here we go. Here we are. Rollo, are you there? I am at treehouse now, Rollo. Mr. Kerr said you were alright. What happened out there? Dang it, Rollo, where are you? Who's that?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I've got weapons in here. So you better come out now.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Weapons? How could you hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
Who are you? What? You don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore.
Luca stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca.
Oh, Jesus. I'm a monster. And now they hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy?
Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me. This is all your fault.
Luca slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you couldn't control yourself for a second. And I get to be like this forever. There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you're gonna be my savior? Perfect little Lucas saves the day. With his positive attitude and his power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Weep Wood. I only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Luca! Rollo! It's not safe, Luca. Rollo, where are you? The treehouse? I'm at the treehouse, Rollo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they were going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. What did I tell you? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They're saying the same stuff they always do. But it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well. Thanks. Is anyone present in our boreal domicile? Crap, they found me. Luca, what's happening? Don't panic, you just stay here and I'll see what they want. Hello, Mr. Van Horn. Why are there so many of them? What the hell? They all look the same as well. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? Oh god, this is creepy. We will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. They're all the same. Why are they all the same? Be down in just a second. But what the hell? Okay. This is freaky. We have a problem. Luca, you gotta get out of here. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? Yeah, you were right. They are saying the same stuff, but with the creeping up cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts. Okay. Run.
He slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rollo had constructed his MCDC, the Mission Control Defense Cannon. From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
Iggy, there you are. You gave us all a heck of a scare. What does this creepy dude want with it now? Go away, just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry though, we're here to help. Help? Then why were you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him. He's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honking big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. You told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is. Poor fella just got a little lost. That's a lie. That is a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo. Nobody likes you, you creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Why don't you pop on down here so we can have it face to face? Yelling like this is gonna give us all a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that?
Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC.
What did you do to Rollo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca. The only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting, and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle. And I am the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends. Whoop, decision time.
He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? He wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option that he had left.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left.
Here we go.
Fight. He swung the mission control defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hey, Mr. Kerr.
Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rollo sends his regards. Hey! That was uncalled for. More than a little rude. And just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
End this.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end. That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here.
Okay.
Let's put a pin in this for now.
Okay, so that was the MTDC. Hazardous hectoring. Okay, so we use strange there. What happens if we use tickle? Iggy took a step towards Luca, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Bet could see tears welling in Luca's eyes. His fist clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city, but a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought, well timed to bust out there. Tickles.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey Tish, wanna see something cool? Yup. Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
What the? Tish? Is she tickling you? Yup. Yup. Yup.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter.
Yup. Yup. Yup.
Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
Yup. What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us.
Eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
No. Whoa. What a little creep. Back. I think you got a little ooze in your hair.
Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Is it bad? It depends. What you feel about having a more mature, refined look? Oh God.
Chapter 4.
The best policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Okay. We've got to search for Rollo again. Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with grey hair just run past us here, panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rollo and I were just playing in the Wheatwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse. But someone was there in a strange suit. And we hid in the dumpster and had a heavy bag dropped on us. And I think it was a body. And so we ran, but we got split up. And I ran home. And it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just... wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
Not your fault, Luca. Rollo's gonna be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I wanna help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around. I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to that little treehouse you like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Sound like a plan?
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now, Scoot. You really believe his story? What option do we have? Is there a stranger out here leading up to the festival? My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal?
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? This gives me the willies. We're at the treehouse in case Rollo shows up.
Mr. Nuncree jumped with a start.
Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fella like that. Sorry? Who are you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it really. The whole thing's a waste of money if you ask me. Any words from Rollo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rollo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. See, the boy's antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rollo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? Not playing a prank, he didn't get lost. What took him? I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Dang it, boy. If there's anything you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him. There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help.
Okay. You said Rollo and I were... Where? That's a typo. Messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rollo when he went missing? Not exactly. I was hiding in a dumpster. The dumpster? Oh god. What were you doing in there? At first we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last time I saw of him. You got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you? We were all so close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
What are you doing? It's out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Shit.
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end.
Whoa.
Wait. No. This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
Okay. That led to shame. That led to fight. We did Tickling Strange. Warehouse of Horrors. So we haven't done Struggle yet. We've used both of them. We used all them. Okay, so we need to do Struggle here. The heavy steel door knocked Luca to the ground. Disorientated, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in the green glow. It lunged towards him. He tried to scramble away, but felt a gloved hand latch onto his ankle. Luca watched his fingernails leave trails in the dirt as the hand slowly dragged him back through the door, into the lab, into the green light. This is a story about struggle.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3. Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
Okay. I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. Uh-huh. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, Rollo had things to do, so I just sort of poked around town. I set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. One for Mr. Tolliver at the Bag and Wag. Deliver jam to Mr. Tolliver. Another for Miss Fratelli at the diner. Deliver jam to Miss Fratelli. Oh, and Mr. Nuncreed? He said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There's some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. They've jumped to Mr. Nuncreed. Just make sure Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. No problem. Off with you now while the day is still young. Oh? Hello, it's Junior Per Hartford. Chloe, hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. Okay. So about yesterday, Roxy can be so annoying. But good news, no more boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies? What else could it possibly be? Rollo. I've got to deliver these into town first. Wanna catch up after? Ooh, is it a whole thing? Sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we should talk about it there. Here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Roger that, Space Cadet. Oh, this is... Oh, hello. You're here. Why aren't you back where you normally are? Wait, what's your step? Oh, sorry. There's a whole family of beetles here. They've gone missing. I thought they just sort of wandered around. Everyone has a home, Luca. Even beetles.
The soles of his sandals.
I think we're okay. It's weird that they're gone. They went missing when the festival preparations began. You think the noise scared them away? Something like that. Just watch where you step, okay? You can tell those jerks. It doesn't matter how many boxes they pile up. I ain't moving. Humph. Diner's this way. Go to this diner. If I could just be left alone, young Mr. Van Horn. Oh, sure, sorry to bother you. It's just that Mr. Kerr has asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. Truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I really don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being mayor or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really chose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family. For our legacy. That sounds like a heavy burden. As for the festival, just speak from your heart. I'm sure it'll be great. Well, if it isn't my favourite little jam runner. Hey, Miss Fratelli. Look at you.
Leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
You're all skin and bones. Is your gran not feeding you? Jeez, it's just... I understand. You know I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute. Running around your little apron taking orders. Sigh, the whole situation just breaks my heart. What happened with Eleanor? Break? I got a feeling she's out there somewhere, yearning to be with you again. Do you think this world can keep a mother from a son?
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Oh, yes. Let's see here.
Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
Oh, they even have my name on them. How thoughtful.
She carefully lifted out her jars of jam.
You tell your gran hello from me, Luca. Will do. Sleep? Hey, Don. Ooh. Hey, Doug. Hey, Luca, what's up? They got you on jam delivery, eh? Yep. Have you seen a new kid around yet? New kid? Yeah, came in from the big city. Her parents both got jobs here. But get this, one of them is working for William Kerr and the Perennial Harvest. And the other one is working for Heiress Valentine. And the Valentines represent Beacon Pines past. Perennial Harvest has pictured itself as this town's future. Must make for some interesting dinner table conversations. I can imagine. Miss Wilder, I trust you have time to chat.
Miss Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demands.
Certainly. What seems to be the problem?
Mr. Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Heiress, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper.
I couldn't help but notice that the front page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about this silly festival. Well, yes. That is the news of the day. But there was no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was endowed. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine. My readers are more so interested in this town's future, rather than any one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wilder, when the goings-on of my family were the only thing this town cared about. Well, things change, Mom. And you know, change is dangerous. If you finish that thought, I will make that monocle a permanent fixture of your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Miss Valentine. Did I give you the impression this conversation was finished?
Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle.
Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. Anger from the past, mistakes not yet made, and a glimmering hope for the future. He carried them all in equal parts, everywhere he went. Oh heavens, what a burden to bear. Bear was spelled incorrectly. Non-creed. Who was the other one? The bag and wag, right? Wherever that is. Maybe south?
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one.
Okay, hello?
With beep! Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Oh, sorry. No bother, no bother.
Leaned forward and lowered his voice.
I see you have something for me. Yeah, Gran gave me some jam I'm supposed to give you.
He leaned in a bit further.
Jam. Yes, these ones on top. She wrote your name on them.
Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Ah, yes. The jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me.
He reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink.
I shall put it on my store shelves. Post haste. Okay. I should finish any deliveries. Of course. Of course.
He leaned in for a final whisper.
Of course. Not weird at all. How do you keep the ice cream cold? We keep them on ice. Where do you get the ice from? I don't know, somewhere cold. How do they keep somewhere cold? Look, Bert. Do you want some ice cream or not? No, I'm good. Weird conversation. See if we need to talk to anyone else. Okay, nope. We just carry on going. Hey, Cuddle. Good afternoon, Luca. Can I help you find something? Maybe, maybe not. Try me. Well, there's been some weird stuff going on at the old Valentine warehouse. Can't say anything about the old warehouse. But empty hives don't stay empty for long. Huh?
Kato motioned to the book in front of him.
The more I read about bees, the more similarities I see with people. If a hive collapses and fails, it doesn't stay empty for long. A new queen will sell shop pretty quick. He's saying it would make sense for someone new to start using the warehouse. Nature abhors a vacuum. Hey, Jess. Oh, hey, Luca. Have you seen this new issue of Tank Atomic? Not yet. No spoilers, please. It's awesome. It's a flashback. No spoilers, please. We get to see how malmannered Henry Adams becomes Hank Atomic Man of Space Justice. Jace, no spoilers. Oh, sorry. My point is, you're gonna love it. Sigh. Alright, Jace. Catch you later. Roger, Space Cadet. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, you seem chipper. Well, aside from being on a delivery duty, it's a nice day.
Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
Uh-oh. I suppose it is. So do you want your jam? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops those off herself. I guess she's busy today. Anyway, this is my last delivery for today. Oh, in that case,
Nuncreed snatched the basket from Luca.
I'll hold on to the basket until the next time I see your gran. Hey, you! Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple? Why? How old are you? 12? Perfect, follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you you ask too many questions? Try and keep up, okay? What just happened? Well... Hey! What a crazy coincidence! Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yep, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Get this, his favourite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, and what is your new little friend's name?
Beck locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Luca Van Horn. Nice to meet you. I'm Nellie, and this is Ilona. We're Beck's parents.
Beck gave Luca a quick nudge.
Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. So you both can stop obsessing about me making friends. Oh darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, probability of a stunted development doubles. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. Is that really true? Is that really true? What Nelly means is that we just want this to move to be as easy on you as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for a celebration. Luke, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence. I actually asked him and he said he would love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. You two don't get into too much trouble now. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. Yo, welcome. I owe you one. My mums are great and all, but they could be a bit much sometimes. Our house is a little cottage next to that big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by the big creepy gate. Don't be late. Oh, I'm back to square one on this whole friend grift. Great, see you there. Alright. We made a friend. Meet back at the big creepy gate. I don't know where this big creepy gate is. I can't remember. Good morning, Jeff. What's so good about it? The other day further down the tubes, if you ask me. Come on now, it's not all bad. Festival is coming up. The festival? Old man Valentine used to put on cockamamie shindigs all the time. And where did that get us? Well, it's Perennial Harvest putting on this one. They're doing it for the whole town. As far as I see it, the difference between old Valentine Company and the new Perennial Harvest outfit
Dug through his pockets for a bit.
is the difference between this empty soup can and this brown banana. But those are both garbage. Exactly. Nice. Okay, so we gotta find the big creepy guy. Oh there, little buddy. What brings you to this neck of the woods? I was just wandering around a bit. Wandering? How wonderful. Children are wonderful wandering. Oh, to be young. Anyways, I can't let you pass just now. Top secret business, that away.
Mr. Kerr winked with a wry smile.
I'm just yanking your chain. Perennial Harvest is just making a few improvements.
Gave Luca an energetic thump on the shoulder.
Better head home now. Our harvest awaits. Where do I go to get to this gate place then? I don't know where this house is. We have to do some searching. Is it this way? No. Maybe it's where the... Not that way. This way?
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long, a sort of not.
Not that way. Okay. This is where we this is where we did all this stuff. Where's Gran? Okay, let's go to the treehouse then. Question is though, where's this creepy house at? Big house with gates, where is it? No roller? No roller? Okay, so we gotta go to the house. I have no idea where the bloody house is. Can't go that way. Not that way. Nothing this way. This way? Oh, here we are. Me back at the big creepy gate. So, who all lives in that place? Eris and Gus Valentine grew up there. And Solomon moved back in a few years back. The creepy little kid in the vest? That sounds like the one. So, just 3 people live in that huge thing? I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in a place like that. Not really. The Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mum says I used to be way busier back before Sharper died. For the foul harvest. Oh, that's like the 5th time someone's mentioned this foul harvest thing. And you all use that same ominous tone. Eventually you're going to explain to me how the harvest got all fouled up. We can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. Okay. Most kids would just ditch me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Great, whatever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle that.
Beck took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Here goes nothing.
Chapter 4. Dinner with the Moodwills. Ilona Moodwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love. Couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates. Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that.
Okay. So Luca, tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma. Over on the other side of the river. Your grandma, where are your parents at? Beck. Manners. It's alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh dear. My mum's been missing for a few months now. Like, missing?
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, how did you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very good. Normally we'd put more effort into dinner.
Ilona nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We aren't fully settled in, and Beck had mentioned that it's your favourite. I'm sorry? Are we just skipping the part where he said his mom was missing? Beck! I'm sorry, Luca. This move is all a little tired.
Luca wiped his face with his sleeve.
No, it's fine. So, Beck said that you moved here for work.
Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table.
Ow. I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for work. Nellie won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Perennial Harvest made her the newest lead research of deep engineering. Whoa! She's tied with deep engineering! She makes it sound more impressive than it is. I'm just happy that I get to make a difference in the world. Perennial Harvest is at the forefront of evolving agriculture into something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement on the ground.
Glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
What Nellie means, Luca, is there are different ways to grow plants. Yes, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best. And some people happily leave their job to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swore you didn't.
Beck slammed her fist into the table. Perhaps harder than she intended.
Hey, Luca. How about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rollo soon.
Luca glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like there's a storm's brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there were any rain in the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around here.
Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you all for the pizza. It was really good. See you at the festival, Beck. Wait up. I'll walk you home.
Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rollo could be prickly around new people. But Beck seemed cool. Rollo would warm up to her eventually. Probably.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to. Oh, we got rumble and break.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks off?
Luca surveyed the roiling clouds.
I say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for it.
That moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Luca, Nellie will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum? Gum?
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47 days.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. Oh, wow. Rolo and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fixed it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
One of the toggles.
I bet you could get all sorts out of these stations on this. Now out here in the boonies, you wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the day. Around here it's all farm pots and static. Ah, shucks.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. Why you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry, was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me a going away cards. Some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you've moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. These flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I'd do if I cared. We cared enough to keep them is all. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Damn! Didn't that hurt? I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you look cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rolo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. One thing my dad told me when I was little. Don't hold a grudge. Especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then what do you do? When you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. Couldn't register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. But things are gonna change.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that. I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Bruh.
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow. I actually feel a little better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Roller at the festival. Sounds good. Luca? Don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with a hard rain's residue. The smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Wow. Powerful. Powerful stuff. Catch up with Roller at treehouse. Hey Don, tracking down the lead? You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out when Sharp Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar how? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance, they were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that Eris had to take on a child as a ward. A kid our age who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo! So Eris was forced to take care of him? Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it old Sharper sowed some wild oats. That explains the way the heiress treats him. Who was Solomon? How did he find all this out? Good reporter never reveals his source, Luca. Excuse me, what are you doing? Just locking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can assume this means all festival programs should be completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set's back a bit and it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We all here at Perennial Arbors because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir, very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No? Then we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Then good. Then it's decided. Yes, sir, we'll wait till the next task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Rollo, are you still up there? I'm sorry, Rollo is accepting visitors at the moment. Come back. Never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times. And it always meant one thing.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason? I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Rollo scoffed.
The rain held me up. Liar! You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried. So I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, storm rolled in out of nowhere. I got stuck after dinner at Beck's.
Luca stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the hell is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. You need to help convince her parents that she made new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you. And you were off making new friends. It's not like that, Rollo. You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was going to be a surprise. But you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you. But I kept my word. Because that's what friends do. Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your grand doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want. And you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this. That's what you think. Then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rollo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pie's right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luca. Stop quoting your pa's nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my pa's still around.
The words hung in the cold night air.
Wow.
Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line.
That's rough. Rollo, wow. That went dark fast. What a thing to say. He's maybe his best friend.
But it was too late.
Luca, Good night, Rollo. Dang it. What am I do? Turn the light off?
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Rollo. What a jerk. Call me a bad friend. Urgh. I'm Rollo. Look at me and my amazing family. I guess I'm just never supposed to make new friends. Weep. Luca?
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast. Luca? Are you alright? I'm fine. Don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave the oatmeal by the door. I've got to run out to take care of some things. Okay. Be back later to check in. Sure.
Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Brother thinks I'm still going to the festival with him. He can shove it. But brother's still gonna go to the festival. It's gonna be so miserable. Okay. We're not gonna eat our oatmeal? We're not gonna eat our oatmeal?
Luca
Okay.
turned off again.
Luca? I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rollo came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So he plans just to sit in your room all day? Pretty much. But I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party, go outside. I think it'd do you some good. Noted.
Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. What's that? Go, someone get the football up there. So weird doing this, by the way. There we go.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The complete first volume.
Carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday. A special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind. But it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luca? Another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Moedville. She said you met yesterday. What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. She seems nice. Yeah. You had to fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. I'll leave dinner on the table, kitchen table, in case you want a bite before bedtime.
Realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source? Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit.
Oh god.
His voice was a scratchy.
It's gonna be another nightmare.
If it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame. See? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself.
Wow, that's terrifying.
Many buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame.
Oh wow.
These small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them.
Wow.
Not like us. Luca's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him. Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar.
Whoa.
As if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror.
Okay.
The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this. Lucas staggered back. You aren't me. Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son.
Wow.
Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Well, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint.
Damn. So one of the past leads is to be a complete arsehole, apparently.
Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose.
Good advice.
Luca woke up to see
His dad sounds amazing.
his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Mom? No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever you roll on for about doesn't matter. But he...
Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other. But you said stuff about my dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. Hmm? Did you say any of these things you said to him? No. Good. Almost appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Accept. Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo, doesn't it?
Luca gave a reluctant nod.
To buy him a corn dog and apologise. But he's the one that... What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I'll take Grant's word for that. One thing I didn't try in America was corn dogs. I need to get going now. Got some last minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. Alright. I love you, Luca. Love you too.
Luca took a deep breath.
Okay.
Chapter 6.
We're moving on quite far.
Through thick and thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rollo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
Okay. Whoa. Luca! Rollo wanted me to tell you something. What is it?
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
Space adventure. Though you needn't buy it. If you be brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't. It's a riddle, Luca. Goofy little brother wants you to find him.
Luca looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The one thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favour. Now I need one favour from you. Whatever it is went down between you two, squash it. Special event that you need by if you brave, go somewhere quiet. Somewhere quiet. Graveyards are quiet. guess it means treehouse. Let's go to the treehouse. Unique New York! Unique New York! Huh? Oh, don't mind me. Just warming up for my big ceremony speech.
Mr. Kerr pointed to his grinning mouth.
Gotta limber up the old gab box. Uh-huh. You nervous? For heaven's no. Well, break a leg. Give me the gift of the The harvest thinks they're impressed us with this ridiculous festival. Totally. How's still falling apart? The weather's still cruddy. This year's harvest looks like it's gonna be worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is gonna change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Fits. Not gonna be mad at them. I'd just rather be mad at them whilst it is a delicious lemonade is all. How goes the beer hunt? Pretty fun. I haven't seen so much as in Excavia. And it's not just beetles. It's one I can't find any critters at all. It looks like everything that bugs the skin is just packed up and left. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion festival just spooked them. Yeah, maybe that's it. Somewhere quiet. The libraries are quiet, right? The library's somewhere quiet. Hey, Luca.
Otto's eyes lit with excitement.
I've been expecting you. Rather on deciding the first riddle. The first? Oh, you didn't think that was all, did you? Roller does go all out, doesn't he?
Kato straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
Ahem. On planet Farpole, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you need a tissue.
Kato stared at Luca eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. And when you find it, bring here to be verified. Said you want a hint? The offer still stands. On Plat Farpole, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue.
Luca grabbed the 5 pillars of success from the shelf.
Okay?
Luca grabbed the 5 pillars of success from the shelf. Luca grabbed The Issue with Self-Help, a helpful guide, from the shelf. Luca grabbed 500 meals for 1 big pot from the shelf.
Not them. What am I stuck on? Got stuck on a chair.
Luca grabbed Natural Photography, Volume 5, from the shelf. Luca grabbed The Modern Science of Atomic Radiation from the shelf. Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4, from the shelf. Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from the shelf.
Okay, we got it.
Kato removed his book from
First time.
and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed.
Wow, we let him draw on the book.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5.
Okay.
Luca clicked his tongue with recognition.
Roll the cipher pen. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that. And only I had the special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, probably he traded Jeff for his purple bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Oh, Rolo. Now let's see here.
Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with such a grift.
He continued flipping.
Only found in Grub, Cart.
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
That's it. Grift in Grub, Cart. Griffin. Griffin's Grub Cart. What's we got Griffin's snack stand? Ah, brilliant. I guess you're off then. Good luck on the rest of the scavenger hunt. Thanks, kiddo. Where is this snack stand anyway? There we are. I got it first time. Hey, Griffin. If we're all a come.
Before Luca could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog.
Oh, that's it? Well, I'm paid for, enjoy. I thought it was supposed to be a riddle or something.
Luca shrugged, taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
Ugh. It's cold. Yeah, that's been sitting there for a while. Roller might be sure to give you that one specifically. Well, that's just...
Luca tongued at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
Oh, come on.
He shook off the bits of corn dog to read the slip.
I pick up when you need some pep. Near the fountain up the step.
Luca finished off the remainder of the corn dog.
Sorry, this is going to be a whole thing. There you are, Luca. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade. Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine. But Rollo owes me one.
Waved his hands around sarcastically as he began.
What takes flight but has no wings? The final task of friendship brings. See, that wasn't so hard. Hard. I feel cheapened somehow. I think it's sweet. What takes flight but has no wings? Your final task of friendship brings. What takes flight but has no wings? Good luck, Luca. Maybe those, a balloon. Hey. Did you find the comic book? Yep. And you got the corn dog? Yeah. Well then. I know it doesn't make up for what I said, but here, you've earned this.
Rollo sheepishly handed Luca the balloons.
Light. Thanks. You didn't have to go for all this trouble. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it, you were supposed to let me apologize first. Oh, sorry. Now you've apologized twice before me. Let me do this. Luca, I'm really sorry. With everything that's happened with your mom and all, I've always wanted to be there for you. Be a good friend, you know. When you said you were hanging out with someone else, I kind of freaked out. Rollo. Still my turn. I felt like if you need some new friend to help you, it meant that I wasn't good enough. But that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, Luca. Okay, apology over. You can talk now.
Luca threw himself at Rollo, hugging him as tightly as he could.
Rollo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. That's why we deserve each other. So, what else do you want to do today? We can snoop around and try and find some info about your mom. Snoop where? We can probably sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ while everyone's at the festival. Are you curious about all the stuff those clipboards write down? What if we get caught? I think I've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's make the rest of the day about us. Really? Yeah, the rest of the world can wait 1 more day. You know, I've been wanting to get some work done on the DC at Mission Control. The aim is a bit unpredictable. That sounds perfect. Off we go. Back to the treehouse to cause mischief. Oh, I almost forgot. I ran into your grand this morning. Just me to give you this.
Rollo handed Luca an unopened letter.
I'll leave you inside if you want to read it now. A letter?
Luca, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much.
That's not good.
We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward. But if there is, I haven't thought of it.
Oh God, what's Gran gone and done?
God knows I've tried. Everything I've done, I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran.
I love you too, Gran.
Luca folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whenever you want. You know, you really didn't have to go to all that trouble to just apologize. I know, but we've been looking forward to the festival for weeks. After I ruined everything with my big mouth, this was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me. Rollo.
Luca was at a loss for words. But that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
The festival seemed nice. Was it nice? We can still go. Nah, this is fine. Well, there's always next year.
Sadly, this was untrue. A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
Huh? What was that? Oh man, we've missed the fireworks.
It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself.
Death?
A shockwave of cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice. Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason.
Whoa.
So, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a silent treehouse turned statuary. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together.
What's sad?
For the rest of time. The end.
Damn.
No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either. There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
Okay. So we have break. We have flight. Okay. Let's try light.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
Okay.
He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Well, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks. Fine. We know where that leads, Sam. This way, we'll take the tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice.
Whoa.
Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
Okay. That was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. And what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is they're not going back the way we came. See if we can get out our bearings. Follow me. Find a way home. What's the readout? Seems just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Meh. Still within safe ranges. Maybe spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. There's 3 more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. What's all this? Hard to say with all the snow. I think it's a town sign. Let's make out the letters underneath there. What town could this even be? This can't be another town this deep into Weepwood. Looking at evidence to the contrary. Figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. Welcome to Beacon Pines.
Disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How is that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? Guess we got turned around. Where did all the snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. That's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We gotta get some answers. Let's keep moving. Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Whoa, is that Bozdor? Kerr. I have enough bad time to you out in all this woods.
I looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
Seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy. You ran on to full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom was sure a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving.
The fencing listened. Each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Looks like the stuff they put up around Weepwood. The stuff who put up? I don't know. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
What happened here? It happened fast. Fish doesn't even have time to run. Or you know, swim run.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your perfect Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even gonna save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed. And everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt.
It's getting pretty late, I think. But that great day somewhere around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
The way the snow covered everything over. It's kind of calming. Yeah. But I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? We're getting us away from those creeps. I saw it froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. It's like I start with this baloney about losing your temper. I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. It was supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Jeez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things to start fights?
Iggy shrugged.
Something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rollo are always having a blast together. Laughing and chilling in that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn. With his perfect life, little life. My life is not perfect. Everyone in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet and even she already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know.
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
It must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see inside of your dinky little treehouse. What did you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full 2 when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to the worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch.
Another dream.
Mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials.
What?
Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us.
Oh, wow.
The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see.
Okay.
Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went.
Okay.
Grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor.
Wow.
Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting.
Okay.
Do you remember what we did next?
Parents were fighting.
Gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch?
Okay.
There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading, I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong.
Okay.
I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son?
Damn.
Flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on?
Bad question.
Dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all.
Damn. When's, I don't know.
Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere?
Yep.
Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears.
Wonder what he's up to.
Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of.
Sure you do.
Time to tuck you in.
Okay.
Gripped his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It
Hello?
was above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Okay. Get your hands off me.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You just said they have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. You didn't hurt anybody. Anybody? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you?
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarfy-necked furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting trace of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend? An observer? A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility? Great, how about a name? You must call me something you can call me Nat.
He huffed with gratification.
How about you make a light Nat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait! Do you live here? You might say that. Do you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a way safe out of here. Are you gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Luke, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well, I suppose it isn't time for metaphors. I'll see you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Okay. Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place. Cold and disheartened.
Okay. This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in the Weep. Or we teleported to an alternate universe. Or this is just all some kind of cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. But this is not our home. Don't you close to the truth? The reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original true Beacon Pines. You both grew up here. But the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair. But a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labour power. That could be moved. Would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You think so, unless the art team was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to the miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out rough edges, keeping us sane. Luke and he looked around uncomfortably. He's saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. This one could do is uncover.
Narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The sauce. Why did you say sauce like that? Why indeed?
He began to laugh uncomfortably.
So ridiculous. No way they could.
Down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
Is this really home?
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simple head west, through Weepwood.
Chapter 6. The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here? All this time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here alone in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They've ruined your favourite spot in the world. Our favourite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me a slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
We gotta hide. $259 Kelvin. Fall of this is still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. People who love them will never know the truth. The truth is overrated.
To scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey! Don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah? Come on. It's almost lunchtime. Ah, weirdo. Here, I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on graves.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some advice.
A solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey! Who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in snow crying like some pushover? Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? What some jerk comes at you acting like a horse's ass? I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah! Heard this merry little band of clipboards pulled off this switcheroo for a reason, right? That mentioned something about a sauce.
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
What's that? The sauce must be all fairly valuable to perennial harvest. Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to the precious sauce, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. Gotta make this right, Dad, I promise. Let's do this. Locate the sauce. Alrighty, I'm gonna call it here. Oh god. I'm going to call it here. I'll see you guys in the next part of the playthrough. Tomorrow sometime. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Catch you all later. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Oh, do.